Today's tactic we're going to be talking about is pushing away. This is a sales tactic Ronnie and I use every single day when we talk to sellers. It's probably one of the most important tactics we use, so we're going to break that down for you.
Yeah, so I guess in the most general way, what is pushing away? It's just when you do something opposite to push the seller away, which in turn makes them gravitate closer to you, or it weeds out the people you shouldn't be speaking to anyway.
Yeah. Well said. It really doesn't get more simple than that, guys, right? You're using reverse psychology to kind of see how someone's going to react to then see where they actually stand in a situation. So pushing away in the beginning of a sales process is super important because that's how you're going to weed away people who aren't serious in selling, right? And you're like, what do you mean? How do you do that? You're never going to tell somebody you don't want to buy their house. I'm exactly saying that. You're never going to convince somebody to sell their property. Let me make that very clear right now. Ronnie and I are pretty good salespeople, been doing it for a few years now, and we've never convinced one person to sell their house. We've maybe convinced some people to sell their house to us over other people, but never to sell their property. So if you got that in your head that you're going to convince somebody, tip of the hat, but it's not going to work. And correct me if I'm wrong, please do. Pushing away in the beginning of the process is something like this. Hey, Mr. Seller, I just want to see if you had a property you're interested in selling, if you had 5 minutes to talk about it.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so just want to talk a little bit about the house, and then I'll get some information. But is now a good time for you? Are you really interested?
Yeah, but you're just gonna lowball me anyway.
Yeah, if you think I'm just gonna lowball you, it just probably sounds like you're just looking for an offer, and you're probably not even interested in selling. Wait,
I'm interested.
Oh, you are? Because it sounded like from your tone, correct me if I'm wrong, like you really didn't want to talk.
Yeah, I'm tired of people lowballing me, but.
Okay, so if I could tell you we won't lowball you, but we can, maybe see if we could buy your house, you're probably not interested in talking, right?
Boom. So you see what he did there, guys? Instead of trying to convince me, the seller, that he's not gonna lowball you, you just be like, oh, okay, you're clearly not serious about selling. Right? Boom. Right? Now I'm like, whoa, wait, I want to sell. Right? Now I'm chasing him.
You're starting to give reasons on why you are interested. Instead of me saying, hey, Ronnie, you're interested. It just takes 5 minutes. Like, can we talk more? Desperate smells desperate, right? Like people can understand when you're pushing too hard, but a lot of people don't understand when you're pushing away because they're like, wait, why doesn't this guy want my house? Why doesn't he want to talk to me? Actually, I do have 5 minutes. You don't got 5 minutes right now. I could tell you're busy. That's pushing away. Even if you know they're not, you're making a statement to see how someone's going to react to you, and then it'll show how serious they are. Because it's so annoying when you're talking to all of these leads and you don't know how to prioritize them because you don't know who's serious. Yep. Start pushing away today, and I promise you, you will have more people not want to talk to you, but now you're focusing on the people that do want to talk to you.
Yeah. I mean, I have a 2-year-old, and it's crazy how it just works on works on most adults. Sometimes she doesn't want to hug me because maybe I like disciplined her or whatever the case. Maybe I told her she can't have that candy. And like, she'll be like, no, I don't want to hug you. I'll just be like, you know what? I don't even want you to hug me. Get away from me. Right away, the first thing she does is she'll chase me and try to hug me. It's the same thing. We do not change as humans.
I think we have to break that down, right? Like that was a great example. This happens in life, right? Human nature is to go against the grain. When the government makes something illegal, a lot of people then want to now do that thing, right? Like a prime example is marijuana is legal now. A lot of people are like doing the drugs, but I guarantee you when the government said, hey, you can't do this, there's some people that just wanted to go against the grain. So when I tell a seller, hey, you really want to sell your house? Automatically they're like, I don't want to sell that bed. Yep. So why go against the grain when you can just make a statement the other way and see how serious they are? I feel like we dug a little too deep on there, but I want to make sure the importance of pushing away. Yeah. So now pushing away to change the power dynamic. What is that?
Oh, I love doing that. It's super hard, guys, to get a deal from a seller or from a client, from a prospect who feels like they're in control the whole time. Some people need to feel like they're in control. I'm not talking about those people. Those people tend to be more on the logical side. But for the emotional seller, which is about 70% of the people you're probably talking to, you have to figure out a way to change the power dynamic. A couple things I do is if you feel like the vibe during the conversation is that they feel like their time is being wasted or they're like just not appreciating you, that's a great time to completely stop right on the spot and put it out there. Let's play that out. Yeah. Let's say Jagger's being like, just
Ronnie, what's up? I just want an offer.
Yeah, like I told you before, we do need to talk for about 5-10 minutes, just so I can ask you some questions, and after that, then we can see if I can kind of get you there.
I don't have 5 minutes.
Hey, you know what? How about this? It seems like clearly, I don't know if maybe I don't get along with everyone. That's normal, and it seems like maybe we and you just aren't vibing right. How about this? How about we leave things like this? Because I want to make sure that maybe I see you in the future and we can smile at each other. you clearly don't want to sell, or at least not sell. You don't want to sell to me.
No, Ronnie, I do want to sell. I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of a tough morning. I might have 5 minutes on me, but what's going on?
Oh, okay. Hey, man, look, I'll put a timer for 5 minutes, or I can call you back tomorrow. Maybe you're having a better day, because I
You know
get
what?
it.
Let's talk tomorrow. I'll have way more time to talk about the property.
That sounds like a plan, man. I'll text you.
See what he did there, guys? He didn't just keep pushing me towards the phone call. He pushed away from the phone call. Listen, it doesn't sound like now's a good time for you. Obviously, we didn't vibe right away. It's okay to say those things. If you're really feeling it, what's the harm? You're not going to say it. The guy's going to brush you off, and you're never going to get the deal anyway. So at least being like, hey, listen, I feel like maybe I did something wrong, which is another tactic, which is falling on the sword, which we'll talk about in another video. But Ronnie just push the seller away. Listen, it just seems like maybe now's not the right time. Why don't we talk another time? I want to make sure we end this on a good note. Then I came back and was like, you know what? It's actually me. Because most of the time it isn't the salesperson. It's what you have going on, and you're just reflecting it out into the world. So that was a great example of how to push away. And he changed the power dynamics because now I'm giving him my time. Yep. You know what? You're right, Ronnie. I was being very authoritative, if that's a word. And
It is.
I shouldn't be. I'm the one looking to sell my house. Ronnie's trying to buy it. He's trying to help me. Make sure you guys understand that you're the prize. That's a big part of pushing away that people don't remember, is that you're the prize. You're the person who is bringing the value to their situation. So make sure you feel it, and make sure you don't act desperate, because then people are just going to take advantage of you.
Yeah, for sure. The last thing. So pushing away when we negotiate.
Ooh.
That one's good, because here's the thing. Salespeople out there, correct me if I'm wrong, right? We put all this work in to get to almost that, right? You're right there.
It's that carrot.
Yeah,
it's right here.
It's right there, and you can almost grab it. And something that we need to learn how to do is, even though we're right there, if you need to push away during negotiations, push away.
It's going to be uncomfortable, right? Yeah. You're going to be like, yo, I don't want to lose the deal. I have to just give them their number.
And the leverage, right? It goes to the person who has the ability to say, fuck you, right? So maybe you want the deal, maybe you need the deal, maybe you've been on a drought, but you have to show that at any point you are the one that have the leverage, because you have the ability to say, fuck you, I can get another house. That's the mindset you need to get.
The abundance mentality.
The abundance. There's going to be another property. It's all right, right? Because you go with that attitude, respectfully. Now you go into that seller, right? Hey, listen, I want to get this done for you, but I am 85%. The way I can get to 100% is that I do need to get my contractors out there. Now, I understand that you are signing something saying that you're giving me 7 days. And I get that you're not, you don't get the certainty until I get my guys out there. And I also understand that you prefer I get my guys out there before the contract. But like I told you, it does cost me money to get these guys out there. So I want to make sure there's something in place. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. But I'm not 100% sure I want to do that.
Jagger, I'm so happy you told me that. You see, I'm in the business of buying houses, and we buy a lot of houses. And I don't have to buy your house. But the worst thing is when I feel like someone's feeling forced to do something. And thank you so much for telling me that you're not ready to sell. And that's okay, because I'm buying a lot of houses. So
no, I'm ready to sell. I just, need a day to think about this.
Gotcha. And that's fine too. But once again, I don't know if tomorrow I can buy the house. I wish I had a bank full of millions where I can say yes to everyone. And I'm not saying tomorrow won't be available, but I just know that today I'm good to go, and tomorrow is a maybe. You
know what, Ronnie? Let's start this up.
Boom, guys. You see how even when Jagger said yes, I still pushed away even more. Me and Jagger do that shit all the time. It's so important. I am showing him that, bro, I don't, as much as I want probably this deal, I'm showing him like, bro, I don't need your deal. All right. If you're not 100%, thank you for not wasting my time. Because on the low, I really do mean that, right? Like, there's nothing worse, bro. Like, we know, than someone who just, you go do the motions and then they tell you they're not ready. It's like, bro, why you wasting my time?
Yeah. And you guys might ask, how is that negotiating? It is, because now when Ronnie gets that deal locked up at a certain price, he never told the seller he could 100% buy it at that price. And he offered them a way out, saying, you probably shouldn't do this. They understood. They want to do it. Now Ronnie has however much time to go back and renegotiate this deal, but that wouldn't have happened if he didn't use the pushing away tactic, because if he would have pushed for the close, they would have automatically been like, listen, I feel pressured. This doesn't work for me. He was like, listen, if you're not ready, you're not 100%, this offer, the way we do it doesn't work for you, that's okay. You're pushing away, but it's building trust because you're not pressuring them. Now you have an opportunity to get a better deal. You come back next week, we'll talk to you about another video on how to renegotiate, but this is just pushing away to negotiate getting a deal done. And it's super important that you guys understand the differences, because pushing away isn't going to always work. People might call your bluff. Yeah, I'm not ready. Thank you so much for your honesty. How about we talk in a couple of days and see if that's still your decision? Because the power dynamic's still on my side, because I'm setting that follow-up. But pushing away, guys, this is a tactic you can use in your home life, your business life, whatever you're doing, and it will just help you see where people stand at the end of the day.
Yep. That's all. With that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, make sure to like and subscribe.
Peace.